Hello everyone. This thing weighs a ton. But it's, I know, even though the case says Gretsch on it, it's not actually a Gretsch guitar. Yeah, I'll show you what it is. You'll see why I got it. I didn't actually, before you say, oh, how many guitars you got now, Peter? It's not that. It's I traded one of mine in. It's almost got exactly. Basically, it's like a one-for-one swap. It's amazing how it actually worked out that way. It threw in the case as well, and a spare set of strings. And then I took it to Ryan and got him. He did his usual work on it. Fixed it up, cleaned it up, intonation, etc. Checked all the electronics. Sorry, all the electrics, not the electronics. Yeah, checked all that out. And I think I got something special. So, what is it? I'm sure you're dying to know. Well, it's oops, it's this. Yeah. So still, it's pretty heavy. Right. Sorry, right. Yeah. Okay. There. Right. Yeah. It's this. It's a Vantage. It's called a 635 TG. Cheekily called 635 because obviously it's a copy of a Gibson 335. However, the headstock is very similar to the Heritage guitars, and they call theirs the 535. So it looks very similar to the Heritage. One of the main giveaways though being the pick guard. The Heritage has a slightly different shaped pick guard on it. I'll talk about some of the other differences too. Most notably, like the bridge. Now it's almost as big as one of those old mouth organ style bridges, but it's got these larger screws. Now, in some ways, actually, I think that might be an improvement because that means that is just really stable. That's not going anywhere. So, I mean, you may disagree. I'm assured that the pickups are stock, but they actually sound really nice. The dots, they don't go all the way, like they're not central. They go down here like this. So that's sort of like almost like a giveaway of the guitars of like the 90s era. The headstock itself, as you can see, it's sort of, it's bigger than like Gibson or Epiphone headstocks, but they seem to have solved that break angle problem with having it being longer. Korean made, scarf joint on the headstock here. This neck looks like it's made out of maple, but I could be wrong. And it's got this gorgeous sort of flaming. Now, yes, I know laminated, but from what I read online, it's laminated. It's sort of like maple, natto, and maple. I think that's what it is. And it's got this lovely sunburst, which goes on the back. And there's some movement in that as well. That's really cool. And then and these Clues-on style tuners. It's made in Korea. So it's probably Samick made. If you know anything about these, then please post below. So watching this now, you're probably thinking, "Wow, that's really cool," or you're thinking, "Oh, Peter, why have you bought that?" In both cases, first one, oh, that's really cool. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's why I got it. I mean, it was just hanging up, and it was quite mucky. It hadn't been. Obviously, it hadn't had any attention in years. From what I've been told, the frets haven't had that much play on them either, which is also sort of quite rare. So at the time it had some heavier strings on it too, and I could play it, but it was almost unplayable. So these are 10s. So you could probably go lighter, but 10s, I think they'll do. So I'm sure you're dying to know what it sounds like. So let's see. Right. Right, I just put the amp on and okay. Right, come on. That's the bridge. That's the neck. Mid setting. I think it sounds good with chorus, a bit of reverb just to give it some life, and it's kind of like. I mean, it's just really responsive, and this is the third semi I've got now. If you've been following the channel, you know they've got the white Epiphone, the white 355, and I've got that that BB King one, which I got quite recently as well. So I'm kind of sort of in two minds now to move from like sort of strats and super strats towards like semis, like like this, just because of like it sounds more sort of organic, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I'm sure you don't know what it sounds like with some drive on it, so I'll give us some of that. With some chorus, it's like yeah, like Alex Lifeson, basically. And it sustains like, and it goes into that nice saturation, and but it doesn't have the whammy on it, so so I can't quite do that like Brian May stuff on it. But then I got like the Brian May guitar, haven't I? So. Put the phaser on. so on, and so on, and so on, and so on. But you know, just like I was saying, I like it really. You know, just clean with a bit of chorus and. What else can we do? Let's try this. Yep, and so on and so on. It was, and so on and so on and so on. So yeah, so you're probably going to be seeing a lot more of this guitar. There's perhaps one thing I'm not all that keen on, which is like, even though it's maple, it's not like figured maple. I mean, there's some banding there. It looks like a bit of a knot hole here as well, which is not. But then again, you don't see that when you're actually playing it, and it's more about how the thing sounds. You know, I mean, it could be the most prettiest guitar in the world, but if it doesn't sound any good and if it doesn't play right, then well, what have you got? You've just got a very expensive thing that looks pretty and don't do very much. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think we're going to leave it there. Yeah, please comment below, and I'll see you next time.